Are you ready to get fit with Anya? My voice cracked. How old am I? Start over. You're ready to get fit with Anya? Nothing crazy. This is just core stability and simple. Should be doing this. Even if you're not pregnant, you should still be doing this. This is not only going to help those baby-making hip bones stay a little bit more intact while you're running, or just mostly activating some of those muscles that are going to forget how to muscle over these next handful of months, but also it's really great for form. So I do these before I was pregnant. I've been doing these for years. Hips are a runner's best friend, so that's my advice to you. This is my dog Toey. He's gonna join us today. Say hi, Toey. He's a really, if you can see his ham hock, he's one white, pristine-looking buddy, but we kind of were digging some holes in the backyard today, so we're a little gray, aren't you, bubs? All right, so all you need is a TheraBand. If you don't have one of these, get one. They're so cheap. They're so cheap off of Amazon, they're pretty much paying you to have one. They're great. I think I'm just using a medium. You can get more resistance, so the thicker ones have more resistance. There's some thin ones that are a lot easier. I think I'm just gonna use a medium today, so yeah, guys, let's get started. So while I get my workout on, Toey over here is going to invigorate my senses with his very stinky toes. Buddy. All right, so we're just gonna start with some clamshells. Make sure your hips are pushed forward. Your tailbone is pointed slightly down. Just make sure everything's stabilized, especially in your lower abdominal region. And so all we're going to do is just, okay, TheraBand above the knee. Make sure everything's stabilized, and we're just gonna go. And you can, brush your hair back, make yourself look pretty, because this is pretty pose. A princess, huh, Toey? It's not too bad in the beginning, but you do start feeling it, especially right in your bum, kind of in your glute medius, around your SI joints. These are all the little happy areas that need to be stabilized. Oh, the sunshine is so beautiful today. It's February, it's only mid-February, and it's been 50 degrees and sunshine. It's crazy. I know we need a snowpack, but I'm loving it. All right. Now we're going to do open clamshells, so straight up and down. Keep making sure everything is stabilized. Oh, Toey has been tooting up a storm today. Why are you so stinky, buddy? We're trying a new dog food, so it's partially my fault. He was out of his favorite. Actually, it's the same brand, but we didn't have his salmon. They had his beef, and so it's not that different of dog food. It's just a different meat. Okay, slowly starting to feel it. Now, that same leg up top, as you keep it, make sure everything's a little parallel and stable. Now with your back foot, you're just going to twist it up and down. Woo-hoo-hoo. Make sure that foot is flexed, like you're trying to kick the ceiling with the side of your foot. And you can definitely feel it right in that deep glute muscle. Woo-hoo. Keep on going. Woo. 15 seconds on this. 10 seconds. But once we get there, we're not going to stop. Okay, now with that same foot, you're going to punch the wall with your heel. Woo. Kick it. You're doing that, clench your butt cheeks together. They are a happy family. They should stay together as a family. Deep breaths. We're gonna keep on going. Woo, Toey. I can nearly taste those toots. Okay, 5 more seconds. And give that a little slap because it did good, so give it a loving pat. All right, now we're gonna get into a side plank. Just because I'm starting to get a little belly here, I don't want to get into a full plank. I'm not feeling confident today. I did already get a workout in today, so I want to be super focused on making sure my form is good. So if I'm a little tired, I'm not going to push it and cause some rattling, especially when you're pregnant. You want to be extra cautious. So I'm just going to do a little partial staying on my knees and get into a side plank. Make sure everything's pushed forward and elbow is right underneath your shoulder, and we're just gonna hold that and be as quiet as possible. Making sure your glutes are pinched, everything's contracted, and you're gonna have a good day. I mean, this is not a sweaty workout. We're just getting these muscles activated. Doing this a little bit each day is gonna really help prolong your run, because that relaxin is real deal and everything's gonna feel so loosey-goosey. So if we can keep everything a little tighter in there, it's just gonna keep everything a little more together, a little longer. And relax back down. Woo, okay, now we're going to switch to the other side. And we're going to start up with those clamshells again. Making sure top leg is right, or at least your hips. One is stacked right on top of the other. And if you don't want to be up on your shoulder, you can even rest your head down. Whatever feels more comfortable. It's all about the form, making sure those muscles are activating. We're not here to look fancy, even though I feel pretty fancy right now. Paint me like one of your French girls. Ah, Toey. The other side always feels a little hard because it did work while you're working the other side. And we're gonna go for 5 more seconds, and then we're going to get into a full clamshell where we lift that leg up off the floor and up. Ooh, I gotta shift a little bit. And my hip just popped, which is always a nice surprise. If you start feeling a lot of pressure in your lower abdominals, just make sure everything's contracted, everything is still. You're not jerking, arching your back. That's another thing. It's easy to want to arch your back, especially pregnant. You're gonna want to arch your back more. So just make sure that you're just a long straight line. Everything's stabilized, everything's still, and you're just moving that upper leg. I really like doing these before my runs. Even if it's only 5 minutes, it feels like one of the best warm-ups. My muscles are activated, they're ready to go. I feel like it makes a big difference in my form. So yeah, I really encourage these. Definitely before, if you have extra time to do it after. Just keep all those muscles in there working and activated. All right, ready for the little heel kick to the ceiling. And up. Now you're just going to kick that foot to the ceiling. And it's really easy to want to shift again, especially on this one. So really make sure you're pushing everything forward. Everything is straight. Tailbone is tucked underneath. My toe is all nice and tucked. Well, I can't see with my foot in the way. Ah, yeah. I do like my little knitted socks. Even though it's so sunny out, I still was feeling a little cold. I wanted my knitted socks. My Omi made them for me. If you don't know what an Omi is, it's a grandma. She makes me knitted socks and I love them. A lot of them are just bright colors. I love them on my runs. Even though they're not the classic dry max, they just make me so happy. Woo. And since I can't knit worth a dang, she's my knitter. She's the knitter in the family. Okay. I can feel the burning glutes. All right, 5 more seconds and keep it steady. Now we're gonna start kicking the dog. Kick the dog. No, I'm sorry, Tori. No, we would not do that. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right. See, you can definitely tell I'm getting a little unstable. So this is a good reminder. It's nice to see my reflection and keep everything as still as possible. Woo, mama. All right, we're just gonna go for 10 more seconds and then we're gonna get into that side plank. And give that booty a little rub, little massage. Reminder that it's okay. Oh, boobs. All right, side plank and hold. I was out on a run this morning, but it's just so pretty. I think I have to go back out, like when it's just a bluebird sky out there, not a cloud out there. It's like, I'm gonna tear down the walls of this house and just be completely exposed to every single sunlight particle. When you come off of winter, I'm so hungry for it. As much as I love the Northwest and this is home, I'm such a sunshine girl. Let's go for about 10 more seconds. You can relax back down. Stretch. We're gonna do one more workout. This is such a good one. Bridges. Make sure your pants are pulled up. And yeah, it's really great for stabilizing your lower back, getting those glutes activated, as well as working those hammies. So make sure with the band, legs are parallel. But we're gonna go to the side so you're not staring at my knees. All right, so when you're in the down position, make sure your lower back is pressed against the floor. And when you go up, squeeze your booty, hold it for a second, and then drop it back down. All right, we're gonna start. 1, 2, 3. you're taking long, deep breaths in all of these exercises, especially when going starts getting tough. Do you want to hold your breath? Or at least you feel like you want to hold your breath, but just make sure you just take nice, long breaths in each movement. Remember, when you come back down, make sure that lower back is pressed against the floor. Now we're going to start making these a little harder. So when you get up to the top, you're going to open up your knees and then come back. Not to the point where your knees are touching, but back to that parallel position. So go down, up, open, together, back down. You can really feel that in your upper glutes, your glutes knee right into those QLs. It's just a good little wake up for those hip flexors. And obviously, I'm just at the beginning stages of my second trimester, so these workouts are still pretty easy for me. Just make sure to really listen to your body in whatever stage you're in, especially when you start getting a lot heavier, a lot bigger. These things are gonna start feeling much more uncomfortable. And if the pain is to the point where it's unbearable and you can't do it, don't do it. Stop immediately. And as well as making sure that your doctor or your midwife knows, these are the things that you're doing. Just work along with them and just keep the communication up, and everybody's gonna be happy. Just gonna go for a few more. But you should be able to do these far into your third trimester. And relax back down. If you have a little belly like mine, you can give yourself a little squeeze. And that's it. That is all. Just a quick little 13, 14 minute and you're good to go. So yeah, if you can do these, at least 3 times a week at the bare minimum, if not every day, it's gonna prolong your running through your whole pregnancy journey. So yeah, all right guys, happy whatever day it is. Have a beautiful day, everybody. Oh, Joey, those are really stinky. Oh, buddy.